You've probably seen them at some point. Those brightly colored balls hanging from power lines or cables strung high above the ground. Orange, red, white, sometimes yellow. Spaced out evenly, like beads on a necklace someone left strung across the sky. And if you've ever noticed them, you've probably had one of two reactions. Either you assumed they were some kind of warning decoration, or you forgot about them within 30 seconds. But there's a real reason they're there. A specific, carefully thought out reason. And once you understand it, you'll never look at a power line the same way again. The most common guess? People think they're insulators. Something to do with keeping the electricity contained or preventing the cables from touching each other. Reasonable guess. Wrong, but reasonable. Others think they're some kind of sensor, monitoring the lines, tracking weather data, logging voltage. Also not quite right. A few people assume they're just maintenance markers, a way for ground crews to spot a specific section of cable. Closer, but still not the full picture. The actual answer sits at the intersection of aviation, physics, and some genuinely elegant engineering thinking. Those balls are called aerial marker balls, or sometimes visibility markers, and their entire purpose is to make cables visible to low-flying aircraft. Think about who's flying low to the ground. Crop dusters, helicopter pilots, small prop planes following river valleys or mountain passes, emergency aircraft operating in low visibility. These pilots are moving fast, often dealing with changing light conditions, and the cables stretched between towers are nearly invisible from the air, especially at dusk, dawn, or on overcast days. A thin steel cable against a gray sky is essentially nothing. You wouldn't see it until it was too late. So engineers solved this with the simplest possible intervention. Add something large, bright, and high contrast to the cable at regular intervals. The balls are typically around 36 inches in diameter, roughly the size of a beach ball. And they're spaced about 200 feet apart, though that varies depending on the terrain and aviation regulations in the area. The colors aren't random either. Orange and white are the most common combination because they show up well against almost any background. Blue sky, gray clouds, green hills, brown desert. They're chosen specifically for contrast. You'll notice these markers show up in particular locations, not everywhere. That's intentional. They're most common near airports, along river valleys, in mountain passes, near helipads, and anywhere cables cross open ground where aircraft routinely fly low. Regulations in most countries, including FAA guidelines in the United States, require markers when cables are strung across specific types of terrain or exceed certain heights. The logic is simple. You don't need to mark every cable everywhere. You mark the ones that are genuinely hard to see and genuinely likely to be in someone's flight path. It's a targeted solution, not a blanket one. Here's something most people don't think about. Those balls have to survive outdoors indefinitely in wind, rain, UV exposure, and sometimes extreme temperatures. Early versions were made from aluminum. Modern ones are typically high-density polyethylene, a tough UV-resistant plastic that's light enough not to add problematic weight or tension to the cable, but durable enough to last for years without maintenance. They're also designed to split in two, clamped around the cable rather than threaded onto it. That means installation crews don't have to cut the line to add them. They just clamp the two halves together around the cable and move on. It sounds like a small thing, but when you're working on a line strung 150 feet in the air, every design simplification matters. So the next time you spot those bright orange spheres hanging from a cable above a river or near an airport, you'll know exactly what you're looking at. Not a decoration, not a sensors, not an electrical insulation, a quiet, practical act of making the invisible visible for pilots who depend on that visibility to come home safely. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a like and share it with someone who might enjoy it too. Don't forget to subscribe to Decoding every day, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next everyday mystery. Let me know in the comments. What should we decode next? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.